Hey, hi, hello, and all that good stuff. I'm Allie, and this is where I talk about book things. So today I have a really cool announcement for you guys that I am going to be one of the hosts for the Hogwarts House Battles Readathon taking place through September. I will be one of the hosts for Team Slytherin, and my co-host Ishi I will link down below. And then there's also two hosts for each of the other houses, and it is created by Katie over at Bookmarked. So I will link all of their channels, their Twitter links, all that good stuff right down there for you to find. And anything else that has links will be down there as well. So check out the description. So to sign up, you'll just go to the Twitter and there will be a sign up page, kind of the same as most all these readathons that have kind of popped up over the last few months here. So as I said, the Hogwarts House Battles will take place through the entirety of September from the 1st to the, oh my god, I don't know how many days are in September. 30th or 31st, I don't know. For some reason, I don't ever know how many days are in any month. I can't brain properly, guys. That's okay. September. You get the gist. Basically, the Hogwarts House Battles is like trying to win the House Cup in Harry Potter. We all have our team, which will be our Hogwarts house, and then we'll go about earning house points, which there are 4 different ways to earn those points. And those will be that you will get 1 point per page read. So if you read a 400-page book, you get 400 points. The second way to earn points will be the class challenges, which I will get to in a little bit here, and you get 50 points per one of those completed. You can double up, so if you want to use like one book for 3 challenges, that's perfectly fine. There's like 15 challenges, and I know reading like 15 books in a month is not viable for most people. If you want to go for it, go for it. I probably am going to, and I'll have my TBR up later this month with all of the books I'm hoping to read. And then the third way to earn points will be to complete group assignments, which each house has a group book. And I will tell you the one for Slytherin near to the end of the video here. But if you complete any of the group books for any of the houses, then you will get 100 house points. And then finally, the fourth way to earn points will be special weekly challenges. And these are to be determined, but keep your eye on the Twitter and YouTube of all of our hosts and all of that kind of stuff. Follow everybody and keep an eye out because we will be doing weekly challenges on YouTube and Twitter to give you guys a way to earn 150 points if you complete those. All right, now I'm going to tell you what all of the class challenges are. And I have my iPad over here, so if I keep looking over here, it's because that's where I have all of the information. So let's just jump into those. All right, so the first class is Alchemy, which challenges new forms. Read a book recommended by a friend. Now, if you don't have friends to read, or I guess if you just don't have friends, then just read a book recommended by one of your favorite booktubers, or ask one of the hosts, or post in the Discord, anything like that. Just ask someone, find a book that's recommended, and read that book. Then we move on to Apparition, which challenges, obviously, teleportation. Read this book only in public. Now, I know, most of us, we don't want to go places. We don't want to do things. We just want to stay in our house and read our books. But you have to read this one in public. Now, if you want to read it at your coffee shop, at the park, any of that is fine. If you have a friend over and you want to read, I mean, that's kind of public. Someone else is there at least. Just get creative with this challenge if you really don't like reading in public, but it has to be in public in some way. We move on to Arithmancy, numbers. Read a book with a number in the title. Now, this can be either like the number written out, like 10, 1, 0, or 10, TEN. Either way, it just needs to have a number in the title. We have Astronomy, which is reading under the stars. Only read this book at night. Now, again, if for some reason you aren't a night reader really, just pick a short book or a graphic novel for this one, and then you can just kind of bust through it when it hits nighttime and not really have to worry about that challenge for too long. Moving on, Care of Magical Creatures, The Beasts. Read a book with an animal on the cover. This one, again, just any animal. If it's got like a little bird on there, that counts. Just anywhere that there's an animal on the cover, you're golden. Charms, something new and unexpected. Read a new to you book. Now, for new to you, just anything that maybe you haven't heard of before, a book you haven't read, that you don't really know maybe a whole lot about, just any book that is new to you. Defense Against the Dark Arts, Can't Last. Read a book that you previously put down. Now, this doesn't have to be like a DNF, because we don't want you to read books that you're gonna hate and have to drag yourself through. That's not the point of a readathon. Reading is supposed to be fun and a good time, so you don't have to pick up a DNF. Maybe pick up a book that you just started reading like last month and then it got set to the side for some reason, or you started reading something else. Just anything you didn't finish that you have previously started, pick up that book. Divination, The Future. Read a 5-star predicted read. So, self-explanatory, any book that you think you're gonna give 5 stars, go ahead and read it. Flying, Fly High. Read your most anticipated read. So, again, another self-explanatory one. If you're really anticipating it, then you can read it. Herbology, Caring. Read a book that means a lot to you. Now, this can mean a lot of different things. It can just mean a lot to you personally, like you get all the feels from it, or it can be something that really got you into reading. Like if you want to read Harry Potter because Harry Potter is one of your favorite book series and you want to reread that, that'd be a good choice. Just anything that means a lot to you for some reason. History of Magic, Historical. Read a book from another generation. This can basically be one of two things. It could be written in another generation, so something like a classic or just anything that wasn't written in your generation, or it could take place in another generation. So do with that what you will, find what you want, go for it. Muggle Studies, Blending In. Read a hyped book. So this one, again, another self-explanatory one. Just read any book that you've seen hyped a ton, either on BookTube or at the bookstores, or that your friends talk about all the time. Any book that you can't stop hearing about all the time. Potions, Mixing. Read a genre that you don't usually pick up. Now, again, we don't want you to read books you hate, so if you like really hate a genre, probably don't read that one even if you don't normally pick it up, but just read something that you don't read a whole lot of that genre, or a genre that you've been interested in reading but haven't really read much of. Something that you will enjoy still. Study of Ancient Runes, The Ancients. Read a classic novel. Now, I know classics aren't really everyone's cup of tea and they can be kind of hard to get into, so maybe don't go picking up like a Charles Dickens novel or something if that's not something you would normally read. But even reading, say, like Alice in Wonderland or something like that, that's still a classic. So you can kind of just find something that maybe you'll at least get some enjoyment from and read that one. Transfiguration, Change. Read the last book you bought, or the last book you picked up from the library, or the last book you acquired. If you don't buy a lot of books, just the last book you got your hands on. Read that one. Now finally, I'm going to tell you the group book for Slytherin, which is going to be Wilder Girls by Rory Power, and I'm so excited for this one. The cover is gorgeous. I've heard really good things. It's kind of like a YA horror of sorts, and it sounds really intriguing. Now, I can't tell you a whole lot about it because I don't know a whole lot about it, and I really don't want to. I want to go into this one mostly blind because of the kind of like horror mystery aspects to it. But I do know that it's about a group of girls that are like quarantined in a school on an island, and then they start mutating and there's some toxin or disease or something, and I think it has LGBT rep of sorts in it too, which is always really cool. So I'm excited. I've heard really good things. We're gonna read this book. Well, I guess this guy's gonna say hi for a second. So, this is Tyrion. He's my little chihuahua. He's pretty dumb, but I love him. Oh, don't lick the makeup off my face. Oh my goodness. So, there's going to be Twitter sprints on the Twitter as well, and there's a Discord server for everyone to chat. Anyway, I think that's everything. You should definitely join us. All of the links for everything will be down below, and I will see you next time.